Courage means to take ownership of our own development and to stand up for our beliefs and our values. We balance this courage with consideration for what others are feeling and thinking. We practice forgiveness and grow from difficult conversations.
I have started developing the idea of raising the courage of my students during the maths lessons after evaluating my daily teaching practices and asking myself, am I courageous enough to guide my students through their own path of learning by evaluating, analyzing, and being creative? Because that's the beauty of mathematics. So I've adopted my strategies in order to have the chance. I'm telling them in the lesson, you're great, you decide. Or let's do it, have the courage, mistakes are valuable here. In this way, my students can give me the message back, and after asking me which is the way you're courageous in the math lessons, they can say, I always have the thought that I'm learning from my mistakes, or we are all colleagues here, we have the courage to say it because we feel no shame. The one that most inspires me, we can say we didn't get it because you're explaining us once again.
Courage and Duke of Edinburgh are two concepts that go really well together. When I first joined the program as a leader first and then supervisor and assessor, I thought to myself, well, this is very adventurous, this is so interesting and nice to discover and interesting to experience. But I never thought I would need so much courage for every experience that I would have.
In my opinion, having courage is about taking decisions and sticking with them all the way through the end. In the Duke of Edinburgh, we had to take decisions many times under pressure and in very little time. So whatever decision we made, we had to go with it through the end. Now here, you could have made the wrong decision, like taking the wrong way, and then you had to live with it. You had a lot to come back, you had to waste more resources doing it, and that has taught us that whatever the consequences, we can get through it as we pull through with the Duke of Edinburgh. It's been quite challenging physically and mentally, but all of it has taught us that we can find it in ourselves to pull through.
Getting to the top simply to celebrate our victory. You see, it's exactly this, getting out of your comfort zone, doing things you never would have saw yourself doing before, and practically spending time with your friends in a new environment that's completely different to what you're usually used to.
For me, courage in the Duke of Edinburgh program is a key element, a key trait that everyone who partakes in the program should have. For myself, I've seen myself in eyes of death, naturally, but in situations in which many would have just cracked and just given up. I see courage as a value which goes with honor, with valor, with integrity, to never give up, no matter what happens, and to lead the way, even though others do not want and they just want to give up. Personally, for me, I believe courage is the most important value in the Duke of Edinburgh program.
So these are the faces of courage.